two, 1 2, 1 2.
Okay, this is the mic that's here. That's gonna stay here, right? Just. Test, test. You're sending there. Looking cute. Check, check. One. Okay, mic one. Test, mic one. Test, test. I'm gonna turn on mic two. All right, this is mic two. Test mic two. Test mic two. Mic one. Test mic two. We're good. Hello. No, hit it, Mr. I think this one's mic one. Pretty sure this is mic one. This one. That's mic one. Mic two. Mic two. Wait, we should switch them then. Mic one. Check. All right, mic one.
Sorry, my bad.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to this unusual event. I know this is a little bit different than normal, and we just ask that the very best that we can to have this ceremony with our students being together for this one last time as Broncos. So we really appreciate you guys being here to celebrate this. We're asking that you please do your very best with social distancing. We're really pushing the envelope here. I hope there's no county officials. I shouldn't even talk about it, but hopefully there's no county officials here. But if you are, just keep driving. It's a beautiful drive, and keep on driving by. We're going to go ahead and get started. So I'm calling up Alondra Mercado, our ASB president, will lead us in the flag salute. We ask that families obviously participate. Whether you're in the car, you may stay seated. Outside, please go ahead and take your hats off.
Okay, ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which we stand, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may now be seated.
Thank you very much, Alondra, for leading us in that. Good afternoon, board members, Superintendent Smith, staff, parents, and, of course, our graduates of 2020. I am Scott Ferguson, principal here at Coast Union High School. I would like to welcome you to our unusual, different, new 2020 graduation ceremony. It is with great pride that I stand here and share this special day. This class has so much talent, enthusiasm, humility, generosity, just a wonderful, wonderful class. I've had the chance to get to know them the past 4 years, and again, they're an outstanding group. This time, I'd like to take the opportunity to thank the parents, extended family, and loved ones that are here, that are not here, that have supported these students and helped them throughout their high school experience, especially, sorry, the wind's blowing the pages, especially as we all dealt and continue to deal with the COVID-19 pandemic. Thank you so much, parents, for the support, encouragement. I know the students really appreciate that. So students, I'd like to applaud your parents and family and everyone. Thank you. This is quite a challenging period for us all as we navigated so much uncertainty and confusion. This is, again, you heard it, it's an unprecedented time. There's no handbook for this. We didn't get taught this in classes when we went to college. Today's ceremony is unlike any other ceremony that's taken place here at Coast Union High School. Some of you are gathered in cars, tightly, squished. Some of you are at home, watching on our YouTube live feed. Some families, some people were not able to make it. They weren't able to make the trip. Of course, our students, who normally would be sitting tightly, like a tightly knit group in the gym, are sitting here spaced out, social distancing, 6 feet apart. Again, who would have thought that we'd see such a sight and we'd have to deal with such a situation this year and into the start of the school year? That being said, what a stellar year you seniors had. Seniors, so proud of you, so proud of you. Your outstanding achievements in the classroom, in athletics, in the community service, wow. That has inspired us all. So I'm going to just give a couple of quick facts about this class of 2020 and their impact on Coast Union High School. First, we have 41 seniors and 41 graduates. We have 5 seniors with a weighted GPA of 4.0 or higher. We have 18 seniors with a weighted GPA of 3.5 or higher. That's almost half the class has a 3.5 GPA or higher. Great work. We have 14 Golden State SEAL Merit Diplomas. I'll explain that later. We have 8 CSF lifetime members. We have 17 SEAL of Biliteracy students. These seniors were accepted to over 45 four-year colleges, universities, and community colleges throughout the nation. Pretty awesome. As of the last data and information that I have from our seniors, 38 of the 41 will be attending a college or a technical school next year. 1 senior will be joining the Marines. 1 senior will be joining the Army. Another senior will be taking a gap year, and she will be going to Bosnia and focus on foreign relations before returning to attend a 4-year school. These seniors have contributed over 7,100 hours of total community service between the 41 of them. That's the highest that we've ever had at Coast Union High School. Our girls volleyball team, boys football team, both basketball teams, and girls soccer teams all made CIF playoffs again. Again, some of the unusual things that take place at this graduation: honking horns, the wind knocking over our panel. I'm waiting for our jets to do flyovers. I'm sure that's going to happen as well. The big trucks with the rocks driving by, it's probably going to happen. We roll with it. That's what we've had to do this year. Our mock trial team, again, did an outstanding job representing our school and competed against all these great big schools in our county, and they did just a fantastic job, and looking forward to them to continue. Great job, mock trial. Our cybersecurity team, Mr. Johnson, our team, wow, just continue to amaze us as they challenge and compete at the nationwide level. Our ag program, fantastic, raised over $52,000 last year at the Mid-State Fair. I'm not going to talk about the Mid-State Fair this year. That's a sorry story. I'm not going to mention that, but even one of our seniors was a livestock grand champion. Pretty awesome. And last but not least, these seniors received over $110,000 in local scholarships thanks to the giving donors from our community, and some of those giving donors are here today. So thank you. That's just our local scholarships. Wow, what a great community. Then we look out here and we see just the enthusiasm, the excitement from our community members. So again, thank you. Like I said, what a stellar class. Fantastic class. Now I'll move on to my message, to the class of 2020. So class of 2020. I know today's not the graduation that you had anticipated at the start of the year. You expected a crowded, hot gym, your friends, family gathered around, hundreds and hundreds of people in the audience. You've got that today. A large stage, the projector going, baby photos, which is one of the highlights. It's a lot of fun to see the baby photos and then the senior photo together. That was the expectation. All that pomp and circumstance. That was the plan until our world was interrupted. That interruption is what makes your class so unique. You have been able to forge a bond greater than previous graduating classes, not only through the use of Zoom meetings and Google meetings that I'm sure you love so very much, but due to these uncharted circumstances. No other class has had to endure this. And you did. Celebrities like Oprah Winfrey and Tom Hanks have called you the chosen class. You were chosen for this for a reason. And I think that's because you can handle it, and you handled it well. You are original, as no other class has ever had to deal with the COVID-19 pandemic. Words and phrases such as social distancing, shelter in place, distance learning, ugh. People hoarding toilet paper, what? Don't touch your face, don't touch your face. Wash your hands. And curbside pickup have become just common phrases and vocabulary now. It's the new normal. Although you've been sheltering in place, you have also grown stronger together. Stay strong. Stay strong, guys. You've done it. You can continue to do this. Stay strong. You have persevered through this precarious time, so you can do just about anything. Did you hear that? You can do just about anything. You can do it. You've already accomplished so much, taking on all these challenges, and you've survived. As a former athlete, there was nothing better than coming home on the bus with your teammates from a road game after winning, especially against a rival. Great feeling. Athletes, you know that. I always felt so accomplished and so excited and probably a little exhausted after that battle. That is exactly how you should feel right now. This battle, this journey for the last 13 years, it was a battle, it was a journey. Battling through school, learning, all these different things that you've done. But guess what? You just won that game. You just won that match. You just won that competition. You've kept your composure. You kept fighting. You didn't give up. You could have easily given up when all this happened. You could have easily just gotten really, really negative and just said, I quit. I'm not doing this. Who cares? There's those rocks I was talking about, guys. There's those rocks. Now, you get to move on to the next game, the next battle, the next stage in your life. Don't give up. Never give up. The best is yet to come. I'm sitting here right now and I'm looking at a young lady's cap. She's in the front row, so almost everybody back here can see it. And it says, the best is yet to come. She copied my speech. Or I copied her hat, one of the two. I am so proud of you, class of 2020, and I am honored to be your principal. Thank you for the past 4 years, guys. Thank you. It's been a blessing. It's been wonderful. You've got this, class of 2020. Thank you. I now have the pleasure of introducing our valedictorian speech. Would Elizabeth Kennedy please come up?
Hello, Coast Union. My name is Elizabeth Kennedy, and I'm very happy to be your valedictorian for the class of 2020. I'm just going to take this. This is such an exciting day for all of us, and I honestly can't believe it's already here. I still think back to when we were 8th graders, with Noah wearing an elephant hat and dance battling a random kid during the baseball game, or the time Braden slid across the table and completely shattered it at our San Francisco field trip. I remember David throwing basketballs at seagulls at lunch to get them away from our food, and then one day accidentally hitting one. We all just got so close at the end of our 8th grade year. I remember graduating 8th grade and dreaming of high school graduation, which felt so far away. But now we're here. I know it's not exactly how we imagined it to be, but let's be honest, we never really had a typical high school experience. Not many kids get to go to the beach for their lunch break, or have chickens roam into their classrooms, or get a farewell poem from their Spanish teacher after he decides to not show up one day and travel the world. That was weird. Although we are in uncertain and scary times right now, we've already overcome so much. We survived the end of the world in 2012, the time when creepy clowns were everywhere in 2016, and now we just have to get through a global pandemic. In all honesty, I'm incredibly proud of our class. We are one of the most hardworking, athletic, and intelligent classes Coast Union has ever seen. This year, our seniors were accepted into over 70 universities. Our sports teams won league titles and went on to CIF. We brought back spirit to our school and made this year great. We also received so many scholarships, many from our local community. It's heartbreaking that some of us never got to experience our last seasons of a sport we love, or the chance to connect with our class before we all go off and start the next chapter in our lives. But even though we didn't get our senior prom, grad night, or a traditional graduation, I feel like we're a very tight-knit class who already has so many amazing and hilarious memories together, and I'm so thankful for that. But of course, none of this would have been possible without the help of our generous community, and I want to thank them for their generosity. Because of their donations, we're all one step closer to achieving our dreams. They've definitely taught us the importance of helping others. I would also like to thank our amazing teachers and the faculty at our school. All of our teachers were always so willing to go out of their way and to make sure that their students got the best education possible. I especially want to thank Mr. Crosby, who let me come in every morning to get extra help and somehow made calculus class fun. I'd also like to thank Ms. Stenbeck, who was so encouraging and always taught us not to settle, but to reach for the stars. I'm extremely grateful to have had the best coaches I could ever ask for, Pam Kenyon and Keith Stowers, who made me not only strive to be a better volleyball and basketball player, but most importantly, a better person. Most of all, I'd like to thank my family. All of my aunts, uncles, cousins, grandparents, and siblings. I could not ask for a more loving, supportive group of people who have taught me to just enjoy life and love more. And of course, my mom and dad, who are so incredibly loving and mean absolutely everything to me. Maya Angelou once said, "People will never forget how you made them feel," and I've never felt that more than today. I will never forget how welcoming everyone was when I first moved here, and how happy I am when I'm around all of you guys. All of you have made my time here unforgettable. I know we're all gonna go on to do great things. It can only go up from here. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Thank you, Ellie. Great job. Next, we will hear from our salutatorian. Would Nathan Markham please come up to the podium?
Hello, everyone. You guys all look great, by the way. Thank you all for coming out here and supporting us on such an important day. So as you know, this has been a very unique situation for us seniors this year. Initially, when I heard that we were going to be out of school for the rest of the year, I thought about how horrible it would be that we would miss all the things we've looked forward to our whole life. Grad night would be canceled altogether, our senior prom would be canceled, and my final baseball season was done for. These things were devastating to hear. I've thought about how awesome it would be to go to a theme park with my whole class ever since elementary school. These feelings quickly passed, though, and I soon realized that one of the things I missed the most about the last part of the school year was simply making a bracket in Mr. Johnson's March Madness competition. As I think back on everything I love doing at Coast Union, I find that I miss the small things much more than anything. Playing Gran Turismo 2 in Mr. Spradley's stats class, watching Selena over and over again in Spanish class, trying to convince Miss Parker to let us play Mafia again, bringing Braden dressed as Alondra to the homecoming rally, and playing cat baseball when Miss Brummond was gone were some of my best memories. I already missed the baseball van rides and overnight stays at hotels far more than the games themselves. These small things are the pieces that glued my whole high school experience together and were the true things we were missing out on. Even with all these pleasant memories, there have of course been so many boring days when I was looking forward to this day when I'm done with it all. When Mr. Holt starts talking about how problematic everything is, and Miss Johnson's playing the devil's advocate again, You know it's going to be a long day. We've all had times where we just want to skip straight to graduation, but I wish I hadn't, because I didn't know how much of it I'd want back right now. I wish I would have embraced these small things about CUHS Union that I believe have made it the best possible place for me to grow as a person in high school. At CUHS Union, I've learned math, science, and English just like I would have at every other high school in the United States. But the difference is I've learned so many random things that may be even more important than standard education. For example, I've learned an excess of dad jokes from Mr. Johnson. Mr. Schulk has taught me that only certain people can pull off vests. Mr. Spradley showed me that go-karts do need brakes by crashing one. And Coach Machado even taught me how to handle the news media when I interviewed him for ASB. These are all things that I would have gotten nowhere else besides CUHS Union, and I appreciate it for that. I want to thank everyone in my class, my friends, my coaches, and the staff at CUHS Union for helping me positively grow the past 4 years and for helping me have fun along the way. I want to thank my parents, my sisters, and the rest of my family for continuing to support me in whatever I love to do. To finish this speech off, I want to let everyone know who put this graduation together that we are so grateful not to have graduated online. And we appreciate all the hard work you had to do to make this happen. Thank you, guys.
Great job. Thank you so much for the speeches, reminiscing on your high school years here, and it brought back memories of my high school, which was probably just a couple years ago, I think. But anyway, that's another story. At this point in the program, it's time to do some honoring of students. We are going to start with honoring our Silver Cord students. So first, I'd like to tell you about our Silver Cord recipients. The Silver Cord Community Service Program is designed to encourage students to contribute time and talents to improve our community. You've heard a lot about community already. They become positive and productive citizens by producing, by documenting, by fulfilling 120 hours or more of community service time during their 4 years of high school. These students are recognized here today by wearing, imagine that, a silver cord. So when I call your name, students, please stand up and remain standing, and then we will applaud at the very end. David Amade, Enrique Ayala, Daniel Cashton, Maria Castillo, Fiona Cloward, Jose Diego, Luke Fisher, Angelique Gutierrez, Suhe Gutierrez, Elizabeth Kennedy, Angelina Lomeli Perez, Nathan Markham, Holly McAfee, Alondra Mercado, Emmanuel Placencia, Emma Cison, Gabriel Terrasas, Julie Vasquez, Riley Voles, and Anna. Congratulations. Thank you so much, guys. As I pointed out with them earlier, and I think I said this earlier in my speech, over 7,100 hours total community service contributed by our seniors. One student, Angelina, had over 2,800 hours herself. So, Angelina, wow. Great job, great job. Thank you, students. You may be seated. The next group of students I will announce are Life SEAL members. These students have been involved in the California Scholastic Federation since the 10th grade. These students are recognized here today by the gold cords that they are wearing during the ceremony. Students, when I call your name, please stand and remain standing until all students are called. Fiona Cloward, Trent Ferguson, Elizabeth Kennedy, Nathan Markham, Alondra Mercado, Abigail Spradley, Emma Cison, Annika Wharton. Congratulations, guys. Thank you, guys. Go ahead and have a seat. Next is what is called the Golden Seal recipients. The Golden State Merit Diploma is designed to provide recognition to needed areas. To qualify, they must earn a high school diploma, earn a B+ in a single course each semester completed in 9th, 10th, or 11th grade in the following subjects: English, math, science, and 2 other subject areas. In English and math, an achievement level of standard met on the English and Math Smarter Balance Summative Assessment Test must take place. We had a total of 14 students who have met the Golden Seal, which is fantastic. When I call your name, please stand up and remain standing until we hear everybody's name. Braden Bouchain, Fiona Cloward, Trent Ferguson, Luke Fisher, Angelique Gutierrez, Elizabeth Kennedy, Spencer Magnuson, Nathan Markham, Ashley Sandoval, Emma Cison, Abigail Spradley, Gabriel Terrasas, Riley Voles, and Annika Wharton. They have a special seal emblazoned on their diploma for this achievement. So congratulations, students. Great work, great effort. You may be seated. We will next be honoring our FFA cord recipients. These students have been active within the FFA 4 years, participating in numerous events and activities, as well as being enrolled in an ag course during their time here at Coast Union. And they are represented by the blue and gold cord they are wearing. Please stand when I call your name and remain standing. David Amade, Emma Cison, Anaí Cuevas, Daniel Cashtan, Angelique Gutierrez, Spencer Magnuson, Annika Wharton. Great job to all of you, all the extra effort, time, and energy that gets put into the FFA organization, because it's a lot of time. And some of these students, actually, as I look around, I think almost all of them are also athletes, so they put in extra time with FFA and with athletics. So great job, guys. You may be seated. Now, these FFA students have state degree recipients. The normal call of duty as an FFA member by participating in events above the chapter level, as well as having strong SAE projects, and in return had received the highest level of recognition from the state of California by receiving their state FFA degree. They are represented by a gold medallion that they are currently wearing. When I call your name, please stand and remain standing. Alondra Mercado, Angelique Gutierrez, Spencer Magnuson, Annika Wharton, and Emma Cison. Again, these students are the ones that went above and beyond, and just congratulations, guys. Well done, well done. You may be seated. All right. I'm taking a look at my clock here. Whew. All right, we're trying to zip through this. Here we go. This is what you've been waiting for, the presentation of the diplomas. I will be leading us in the process of distributing diplomas as Darcy Wetzel and Rachel German read the names and biographies. So give us a moment to get everything set, and then class, we will begin in a moment.
Please stand. David Amadei.
David is a three-sport athlete. His favorite sport is to hang out with his friends and family. He would like to especially thank Mr. Johnson for being such an inspiration in his life and being such an awesome coach. He'd like to thank his mom and stepdad, David, for always giving love and making sure he's fed every night. His next steps is to pursue a business management degree. David will be receiving the following scholarships from American Legion Post, Cambria Firefighters and NCOR, Liam Alexander Taylor Scholarship, Cambria Sunrise Rotary Foundation, Coast Union Bronco Boosters, Joseph and Barbara Banya Scholarship, Rotary Club of Cambria, and the University Women of Cambria.
Orlando Ivan Ariano.
Attending Cuesta College certification and pursue a career as a firefighter. Throughout his years at Coast, he played soccer, basketball, and football, and will never forget all the memories made with his peers. He would like to thank his family and friends for always being there at times. He would like to give Trevor Neer a special shout out for being a big mentor, but also in life. He's receiving the following scholarships: Cambria Firefighters and NCOR, Liam Alexander Taylor Scholarship, Cambria Sunrise Cambria Sunrise Foundation, Joseph and Barbara Banya Scholarship, and the Catholic Church.
Erica Aviles Castillo.
Erica will be attending Cuesta College, where she will major in finance. She wants to thank friends and family for their unconditional support. Erica will be receiving the scholarships from Joseph and Barbara Banya Scholarship and the Cambria Sunrise Rotary Foundation.
Enrique Ayala.
Ricky is planning to take a year off of school and then go to Cuesta. He's not sure what he would like to study, but during that year, he will figure out what he wants to study. He's planning on streaming on Twitch daily and maybe making a living off of it.
Dylan Barbosa.
Dylan has enjoyed his time here and will be joining the military. He's receiving a scholarship from the American Legion Post, number 432. Brayden is moving on to college and is looking forward to their automotive classes. He has enjoyed his time at Coast Union, but is ready to take on something new. Brayden has spent time playing basketball and rebuilding his 78 El Camino during high school. He wants to thank his family, friends, and teachers for being so supportive and urging him. Thank you, Coast Union. Catch you later.
Jennifer Betancourt.
Jennifer has actively participated in girls varsity soccer her 4 years at Coast Union. She'll be attending Cuesta in the fall and majoring in business. She dreams to one day open her own beauty salon. We'd like to thank her friends and family for always pushing her to do her best. She is receiving the following scholarships from Joseph and Barbara Banya Scholarship and the Cambria Sunrise Rotary Foundation.
Jackson Bruce.
Many people assume this next student wouldn't be graduating, including the student himself. But somehow, through some cosmic force, he managed it. Lord Jackson Bruce of the Principality of Sealand, come get your piece of paper. He's receiving the following scholarships from AFS, Cambria Scarecrow Festival, Cambria Sunrise Rotary Foundation, Coast Union Bronco Boosters, and Joseph and Barbara Banya Scholarship.
Noah Calvin.
He'll be attending Cuesta College next year. He has received the following scholarships from Joseph and Barbara Banya Scholarship and Cambria Sunrise Rotary Foundation.
Daniel DJ Cashton.
His time here at Coast and is going to miss all of his friends and the staff. He would like to thank all of his teachers for pushing him to do his best. High school is transformative by nature, and DJ experienced that in the form of his arch enemies becoming one of his best friends. Love you, bro. He would also like to give a special shout out to his mom, who deserves and accepts almost all the credit for him being able to walk across the stage today. After high school, DJ has decided to join the U.S. Army and serve our country. He's receiving the following scholarships from the Cambria Sunrise Rotary Foundation, the Coast Union Bronco Boosters, Joseph and Barbara Banya Scholarship, and the Cookie Crock Scholarship.
Maria Castillo.
During Maria's time at Coast, she's gained many skills and lessons taught from teachers and friends. She would like to thank everyone that made her high school experience worth every moment. She especially wants to thank her parents, David and Marisol, for their unconditional support, and her friends for always sticking by her side. She'll be attending Cuesta College this fall to receive an associate's in pre-nursing and then transfer with her pursuit of becoming a registered nurse. She'll be receiving the following scholarships from Brad Seek and Susan Simonson, Cambria Sunrise Rotary Foundation, Estero Bay Women's Club, Ruth Perry Memorial, Joseph and Barbara Banya Scholarship, Santa Rosa Catholic Church, and University Women of Cambria.
Second row, please stand. Fiona Cloward.
Fiona will be attending UC Davis in the fall, and she's excited to explore her passions. She's been in drama and Interact Club all 4 years at Coast Union. Fiona would like to thank her family and friends for always supporting her and encouraging her to go after her dreams. Fiona will be receiving the following scholarships from American Legion Auxiliary Post number 432, Cambria Sunrise Rotary Foundation, Coast Union Bronco Boosters, Interact, Joseph and Barbara Banya Scholarship, Lions Club of Cambria and President's Award, Ober Family Scholarship, Rotary Club of Cambria, Unitarian, Universalist, Community of Cambria, University Women of Cambria.
Anahi
Be attending Cuesta College. We'd like to thank her family and boys Morrow for always pushing her to do better. Finally, a big shout out to her mom, because they know if her brother Hector was here, he'd be so proud of her. You're such a fighter, Mom. Firefighters and NCOR, Liam Alexander Taylor Scholarship, Cambria Sunrise Rotary Foundation, Joseph and Barbara Banya Scholarship, Cookie Crock Scholarship, and the University Women of Cambria.
Jose Diego.
Jose will attend Cuesta College in the fall. His experience at Coast was amazing. He got to meet a lot of nice people here at Coast Union. While at Coast Union, he played sports and raised a pig for the FFA. He would like to thank his friends and family for always being there for him. He is receiving the scholarships from Joseph and Barbara Banya Scholarship, Cambria Sunrise Rotary Foundation, and the Santa Rosa Catholic Church.
Trent Ferguson.
Trent plans to attend Westmont College in the fall while pursuing a degree in computer science. He was on the varsity boys tennis team during his freshman and sophomore years and enjoyed every moment. He's also been a member and a captain of the CUHS cybersecurity team since freshman year. Trent would like to thank his family, friends, and teachers for always setting a good example and supporting him. He has received $40,000 from the Westmont College, including the Ruth Kerr Scholarship. He's also receiving the following scholarships from Joseph and Barbara Bania Scholarship, Cambria Sunrise Rotary Foundation, University Women of Cambria, and Anonymous Donor.
Damian Fernandez Garcia.
Damian played football for 3 years and played basketball his senior year. He enjoys hanging out with friends, listening to music, and going out to eat. He will attend GCU this upcoming fall to major in business. He's very excited for what the future holds. He'll be receiving the following scholarships from Joseph and Barbara Bania Scholarship, Cambria Sunrise Rotary Foundation, and University Women of Cambria.
Luke Fisher.
Luke has enjoyed all 4 years that he's spent at Coast Union High School. He has happy memories of this time, such as hanging out with his friends, twerking at the dances, and showing off his great dance moves. He'd like to thank many of his friends that were always kind to him, his teachers, Mr. Lawrence, Mr. Hartzell, Miss Parker, and Miss Johnston. There are many others, but he was told to keep it short. Luke plans on going to Cuesta College next year, and after he's done at Cuesta, he plans on going to Cal State East Bay or Cal State Monterey Bay. He'll be receiving scholarships from the Brad Seek and Susan Simonson, Cambria Sunrise Rotary Foundation, and Joseph and Barbara Bania Scholarship.
Javier Garcia Sanchez.
Javier is thankful to have been a part of Coast Union High School. He's enjoyed participating in clubs and sports and making memories at Coast. His future plans are to go to Cuesta College this fall and get his associate's degree, business certificate, and automotive certificate. He'd like to thank his parents, friends, teachers, and everyone that helped him along the way. He's receiving scholarships from the Cambria Sunrise Rotary Foundation, Craig Hurley Art Memorial Scholarship, Joseph and Barbara Bania Scholarship, and the Santa Rosa Catholic Church.
Angelique Gutierrez.
Throughout Angelique's 4 years at Coast Union, she's played on the volleyball, basketball, and softball teams. She's also been an active member of the FFA and ASB. She'd like to thank her teachers, coaches, friends, and family for helping her become the person that she is today. In the fall, Angelique will be attending Cal Poly to study agriculture science. She's receiving the following scholarships from the Cambria Firefighters and NCOR, Liam Alexander Taylor Scholarship, the Cambria Garden Club, Cambria Sunrise Rotary Foundation, Joseph and Barbara Bania Scholarship, Lions Club of Cambria Gibson Award, sorry, I get really proud, Over Family Scholarship, Rotary Club of Cambria, Unitarian Universalist Community of Cambria, and the University Women of Cambria.
Suhey Gutierrez Garcia.
Suhey will be attending the Design School of Cosmetology and receive her esthetician certificate. Then she will attend a community college to receive her business degree so that she can open up her own salon. She'd like to thank her friends for making high school more enjoyable. Lastly, she'd like to thank her family for always being so loving and supportive. Thanks, Brad. She'll be receiving scholarships from Brad Seek and Susan Simonson, Cambria Connection, Cambria Sunrise Rotary Foundation, Joseph and Church, and the University Women of Cambria.
Jacqueline Happel.
After high school, Jacqueline will be attending Cal State Monterey Bay to study hospitality management. During her years at Coast, she's been very involved in several clubs, 4 years of varsity basketball, 2 years of varsity tennis. She'd like to thank her friends, coaches, and bosses for all of their support. She also especially wants to say thank you to her friends for all of the adventures. She'll be receiving the scholarship from Joseph and Barbara Bania Scholarship, Cambria Sunrise Rotary Foundation, and the University Women of Cambria.
Third row, please stand. Elizabeth Kennedy.
Ellie spent her 4 years at Coast Union being involved in Interact, ASB, varsity volleyball, and varsity basketball. She'd like to thank her family for always being so supportive, her mom for always showing her how to be kind and help others, her dad for always being so loving. Ellie is excited to be a Bruin and will be attending UCLA in the fall. She'll be receiving the following scholarships. Here we go. American Legion Auxiliary Post number 432, California Retired Teachers Association, Cambria Center for the Arts, Cambria Firefighters and NCOR, Liam Alexander Taylor Scholarship, Cambria Sunrise Rotary Foundation, Coast Union Bronco Boosters, Scenic Coast Foundation Giving Tree Scholarship, Joseph and Barbara Bania Scholarship, Lions Club of Cambria President's Award, Rotary Club of Cambria, Unitarian Universalist Community of Cambria, University Women of Cambria, and Interact.
Angelina Lomeli Perez.
Angelina will be attending the University of Arizona in the fall. She'll be pursuing her degree in special education and psychology. She would like to thank her family and friends for always supporting her. Also, a special thanks to her grandparents, Angelina and Angel Lomeli. She'll be receiving the following scholarships from the Cambria Firefighters and NCOR, Liam Alexander Taylor Scholarship, Cambria Sunrise Rotary Foundation, Joseph and Barbara Bania Scholarship, and the University Women of Cambria.
Anthony Macias.
Anthony plans on attending Cuesta College in the fall of 2020 and will receive his associate's degree in pre-nursing and transfer to California State University of Bakersfield to receive his Bachelor's of Science in Nursing and pursue his career as a registered nurse. He would like to thank Coach Claudia for giving him the opportunity of being captain of the boys soccer team and never giving up on him. Lastly, he'd like to thank his family and friends for always showing unconditional love and leading him through the right passage of life. Anthony will be receiving scholarships from the Cambria Anonymous Neighbors, Cambria Sunrise Rotary Foundation, Joseph and Barbara Bania Scholarship, Quota International, Santa Rosa Catholic Church, and the Unitarian Universalist Community of Cambria.
Spencer Magnuson.
During his 4 years at Coast, Spencer was involved in varsity football and 3 years of varsity basketball. He is also enrolled in FFA, where he raised a pig and entered a project in the Industrial Arts Auction his junior year. Spencer is going to attend a trade school in Oregon this summer to receive his welding certificates, then move back to San Luis Obispo to continue on with the Pipe Fitters Union. He would like to thank his high school coaches, teachers, his mentor and best friend, Dave Bidwell. He would also like to give special thanks to the Wharton family, his grandparents, and most of all his parents, Mike and Kate, for all they've done to support him and push him towards his goals. He'll be receiving the following scholarship: Brad Seek and Susan Swanson, Cambria Connection, Cambria Sunrise Rotary Foundation, Coast Union Bronco Boosters, Joseph and Barbara Bania Scholarship, and the University Women of Cambria.
Nathan Markham.
Nate has loved playing basketball and baseball for his 4 years at Coast Union. He'd like to thank his parents, sisters, friends, and girlfriend for shaping him into the person that he is today. He'll be receiving scholarships from Cambria Firefighters and NCOR, Liam Alexander Taylor Scholarship, Cambria Sunrise Rotary Foundation, Coast Union Bronco Boosters, Joseph and Barbara Bania Scholarship, Unitarian Universalist Community of Cambria, and the University Women of Cambria.
Holly McAfee.
Holly will be attending Cuesta College in the fall and plan to pursue a career in business. The past 4 years of her life have been a roller coaster, and she would like to thank her mom for always being there to support her through everything. Thank you for the laughs, class of 2020, and I'll see you out there. She's receiving scholarships from AFS, American Legion Auxiliary Post number 432, Joseph and Barbara Bania Scholarship, Cambria Sunrise Rotary Foundation, Native Daughters of the Golden West number 163, University Women of Cambria, and Derek Goodwin Memorial Scholarship.
Rigoberto Mejia.
Rigo will be attending Cuesta College this fall and be exploring majors to see what he loves doing best. He'd like to thank his two families, mom and dad's side, for all the love and support they've given him and never giving up on him. He'd also like to thank his teachers and coaches for all the moral support and advice they have given. Lastly, he wants to give a huge shout out to his friends for the endless memories and for making high school the best experience ever. He's receiving scholarships from Joseph and Barbara Bania Scholarship and the Cambria Sunrise Rotary Foundation.
Alondra Mercado.
Alondra has been part of the Coast Union tennis and basketball team. She has also participated in clubs like ASB and CSF. She is this year's ASB president as well as CSF vice president. She plans to attend Fresno State University and major in sociology to become a social worker. She would like to thank her friends and family for all their love and support. She is receiving scholarships from the Cambria Firefighters and NCOR, Liam Alexander Taylor Scholarship, Cambria Sunrise Rotary Foundation, Community Foundation of SLO County, Richard J. Wyrick Leadership Award, Coast Union Bronco Boosters, Joseph and Barbara Bania Scholarship, Lions Club of Cambria the Brower Award, Ober Family Scholarship, Rotary Club of Cambria, Unitarian Universalist Community of Cambria, and the University Women of Cambria.
Emmanuel Placencia.
Throughout Emine's 4 years of high school, he's participated on the football, soccer, basketball, and baseball teams. He's also been an active member of the FFA. Emine would like to thank his teachers, coaches, and family for always supporting him. He would especially like to thank his father, Don Pepe, for teaching him the value of hard work. He's receiving scholarships from Cambria Firefighters and NCOR, Liam Alexander Taylor Scholarship, Cambria Sunrise Rotary Foundation, Coast Union Bronco Boosters, and Joseph and Barbara Bania Scholarship.
Eder Ramirez.
Eder will be attending Cuesta College this fall, majoring in sports medicine, and hoping to be an athletic trainer. He would like to give a big shout out to his teachers and his whole family for teaching him skills and lessons these past 4 years. Eder will be receiving the Joseph and Barbara Bania Scholarship, Cambria Sunrise Rotary Foundation, and a scholarship from the Santa Rosa Catholic Church.
Last row, please stand. Jordy Rios Gomez.
Jordy's goal is to go to Cuesta and become a nurse. He wants to thank his aunt for being with him through this year and has been there with him through the hardest times. He also wants to thank his teachers for helping out in the classes and motivating him. Gracias.
Dejalyn Sanchez Gallo.
The last 4 years have been a whirlwind. Dejalyn has been fortunate enough to have parents that have driven her up and down the coast, and for that, she thanks you. She has to admit Coast Union has paved the way and didn't disappoint. Now as she embarks on a new journey, she'll pursue a higher education and one day receive her PhD in trauma psychology. She's receiving scholarships from Joseph and Barbara Bania Scholarship and the Cambria Sunrise Rotary Foundation.
Ashley Sandoval.
Ashley would like to thank her huge family and friends for helping her with the 4 years of high school. They've been her biggest fans and have seen her struggle through hard times. She'd like to thank her grandma and wishes that she could be here. She's grateful to have spent time at CUHS with amazing people and amazing teachers. She hopes to be involved in animal rehabilitation in her future. She's receiving scholarships from the Joseph and Barbara Bania Scholarship, Cambria Sunrise Rotary Foundation.
Emma Cison.
Emma has actively participated in athletics and FFA throughout her 4 years at Coast Union. She'd like to thank her friends and family for their unconditional support and encouragement. Emma will be attending UC Davis in the fall and majoring in animal science. She was receiving scholarships from American Legion Auxiliary Post number 432, an anonymous donor, Cambria Firefighters NCOR, Liam Alexander Taylor Scholarship, Cambria Garden Club, Cambria Sunrise Rotary Foundation, CSEA, Joseph and Barbara Bania Scholarship, Ober Family Scholarship, Rotary Club of Cambria, Unitarian Universalist Community of Cambria, and the University Women of Cambria.
Abigail Spradley.
Abigail would like to thank her family for their support these past 4 years. She'd also like to thank her friends for making these 4 years some of the best of her life. The last thank you goes to Dan Hartzell for helping her discover her passion for graphic design. Abby plans to attend Cuesta College in the fall of this year and get her certification in graphics. She'll be receiving scholarships from Brad Seek and Susan Simonson, Cambria Center for the Arts, Cambria Sunrise Rotary Foundation, Cookie Crock Scholarship, Joseph and Barbara Bania Scholarship, and University Women of Cambria.
Aona Stonehill.
Aona will attend Cuesta College, then transfer to a bigger college to study biochemistry. She wants to be a psychiatrist. She would also like to thank her family, friends, and classmates for supporting her on this adventure that we call life.
Gabriel Terrazas.
Gabriel enjoyed his time at Coast, and he wants to truly thank all the people who helped him along the way. A special thank you to his true friends. You know who you are. He's receiving scholarships from Brad Seek and Susan Simonson, Cambria Sunrise Rotary Foundation, and the Joseph and Barbara Bania Scholarship.
Julie Vasquez.
Ever since her semester abroad in Japan, Julie has been very involved with AFS and all things foreign exchange. She'll continue her travels by taking a gap year to study abroad in Bosnia under the Yes Abroad Scholarship. Julie would like to thank her family and DDYs for always being there for her. She'd also like to give a special thanks to the Takashi family. She'd like to give a special thanks to the Takashi family. She's receiving the following scholarship: AFS, Cambria Sunrise Rotary Foundation, Scenic Coast Foundation, Giving Tree Scholarship, Joseph and Barbara Bania Scholarship, Lions Club of Cambria, the Boysen Award, Rotary Club of Cambria, and the University Women of Cambria.
Riley Voles.
At Coast, Riley put her heart into art club, volleyball, and softball for all 4 years. She'll be attending Sonoma State in the fall to study studio art, then after she would like to travel the world. Riley would like to thank her family, friends, teachers, and coaches, specifically Ms. Brummond, Mr. May, Mr. Crosby, and Steve Niffen for teaching her the importance of books, weightlifting, baseball, and being the best mentor she's ever had. Riley is receiving the following scholarships from Cambria Center for the Arts, Cambria Firefighters and NCOR, Liam Alexander Taylor Scholarships, Cambria Sunrise Rotary Foundation, Cambria Scarecrow Festival, Craig Hurley Art Memorial Scholarship, Coast Union Bronco Boosters, Estero Bay Women's Club Scholarship, Scenic Coast Foundation, Giving Tree Scholarship, Joseph and Barbara Bania Scholarship, Rotary Club of Cambria, and the University Women of Cambria.
Annika Wharton.
During her 4 years at Coast Union, Annika was involved in girls varsity soccer, CSF, and FFA. She raised 3 pigs for the California Mid-State Fair. She'll be attending Cuesta in the fall, then transferring to a 4-year university to obtain her bachelor's degree in nursing. She'd like to give a big thank you to her parents, Jen and Aaron, and her sister Emma, for guiding and supporting her through life and being there for anything. To the Magnusons and Robert and Whit Donaldson for being a second family to her, and a big thank you to Spencer Magnuson for being her best friend this last year. She'd like to give one final thank to all her teachers, especially Miss Wetzel, for always being there to push her and do great things in FFA. I didn't write that. She's getting the following scholarships from Cambria Sunrise Rotary Foundation, Craig Hurley Art Memorial Scholarship, Coast Union Bronco Boosters, Dave Melendi Award, Joseph and Barbara Bania Scholarship, and the University Women of Cambria.
Let's please give another round of applause to our class of 2020 graduates. Great job, guys. All right, so for our farewell speech and senior gift from the class of 2020, I would like for Senior ASB President Angelique Gutierrez to please come up to the podium and deliver the farewell speech.
Okay. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to start by thanking you all for being here to celebrate the commencement of the Coast Union High School class of 2020, whether that be here in person or on the live stream. Although this is not the way we all expected graduation to look, I can confidently say that we are glad to be back together for one last time. I have no doubt in my mind that this will be a year to remember for each and every one of us. We may not have been able to fulfill the memories that typically come with being a senior, but I'd like to shed some light on the memories that we have had this past 12 years. Starting with our first year as otters. In kindergarten, there was many firsts for all of us. The first days we had away from our parents and our together as a class, where we searched the whole school for the gingerbread that were hiding in the principal's office. In first grade, we all sat together on the floor. Leader promise, which some of us still might remember to this day. As second graders, many of us would arrive at school early to take part in Mr. Toscano's breakfast club, where we shared many laughs, toaster waffles, and bagels each and every morning. When we finally had classes on the upper level of school in third grade, we also went on some of our first field trips. They were the most glorious, and we sure were the big kids now. We got to see great big hills and smell some things that weren't so great at the landfill. The field trips didn't stop there, though. As fourth graders, we had our first overnight trip to Rancho Alturo, where we ate deer scat, roasted marshmallows, and sung campfire songs together. The next year, we bonded as a class as we all got car sick on the way to Yosemite. During the 5 days that we were there, we saw bears, carried our lunch in our backpacks, and we went on hikes that were much longer than we had expected. As we went through those awkward stages of our lives, we transitioned from otters to warriors. But don't ask any of us how we could answer that question. As sixth graders, we were divided into various color teams where we came together to fight for the bragging rights of winning events like Field Day and Battle of the Books. Our competitive nature continued to flourish as we went on the Warrior Challenge field trip in 7th grade. As we raced down the giant dune trying to be the first to get the candy bar at the bottom, we pushed and shoved each other, which resulted in mouthfuls of sand and a few scorpions, all while having smiles on our faces. In 8th grade, we had our biggest field trip yet to San Francisco. We went to a trampoline warehouse where luckily the only thing broken was a table. While on Pier 39, we got massages and ate Bubba Gumps. We saw exotic animals at the zoo and even watched a live baseball game where we started a dance battle. We then took a tour of the prison on Alcatraz Island before heading to what seemed pretty similar, high school. As we made our final transition from Warriors to Broncos, we each went our separate ways. Without field trips and events to bring our class together, we may not have as many memories from the past 4 years, but I hope that we are all able to cherish the memories that we do have for years to come. I am so grateful to have been from the very beginning with many of you. I will now leave you with a quote from my favorite teacher, bada bing, bada boom. We did it, class of 2020. Okay, and we as a class of 2020 would also like to make a donation to the Coast Union High School in the form of a new set of chairs to be used in the gym for indoor sports and other events. These chairs will have our school printed on them, and they will look like this.
Thank you, Angelique, for those memories of walking down kindergarten through 12th grade and just where we're at today. All right, students, at this point, please stand. Now, please turn your tassels from right to left. By the authority vested in me from the California Department of Education and the trustees of Coast Unified School District, I hereby certify that the I would like to present the class of 2020. All right. At this time, I'd like to take an opportunity. We have a couple things going on. We have a photo opportunity where we are going to get the chance to throw our caps and get a picture. I'm going to do a countdown at that point. First, I'm going to ask that you guys kind of scooch together a little bit, get a little closer so we can fit our photo op here. Ladies, there may be some of you a little more of a struggle, even some of the gentlemen, to take your caps off. I know some students aren't wanting to throw their caps because of the beautiful art they've done, but this is a great opportunity. I'm giving everybody a chance. I'm delaying, giving you a chance. All right. So on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. So students, hold on for a couple more pieces of directions here. All right. So, a quick reminder of a few things here. First and foremost, students, seniors, under your chairs are your yearbooks that we just delivered to you today. So you've got your yearbooks. Please do not forget them. Second, students, remember, make your way over to the right side for your Sober Grad invitations and gifts. Also, as you make your way to your to your families, to the cars, remember, there's opportunity for kind of a drive-through parade through town. We have some businesses that are wanting to celebrate you, honor you. Take the time, dressed up in your cap and gown, to go by the banners, go take a picture by your banner, go visit those businesses. I know some of you even thanked your bosses. Hey, go stop by the business in your cap and gown. Go give them a hug. Go say thank you to them because they've invested. No hugs, never mind, sorry. Bad word, no hugs. My fault. 60 feet apart with a mask. Don't touch your eyes, don't touch your face. Go give them a virtual high five. But go through town, go enjoy this time. Please, parents, family members out there, please respect those around you with social distancing. Please staying away, as we do have some here that are very concerned about this time period. So I ask for respect in that. Make your way to your bags, your families, and class of 2020. Great job. Congratulations.
Thank you.